Hey everyone, what is going on? So we are doing more Tempest battles. What else is new, right? Beginning with Steelix. He does begin with Frostlass. Frostlass is another Pokemon that I do plan on trying out. It's a Pokemon that I did want to try out, and I do have one for the Great League. I just haven't used it yet. I did not go ahead and block that Shadow Ball, and we go ahead and knock out that Frostlass with a Crunch ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and immediately use that Crunch. He's going to go ahead and opt to block that, so we do course him a shield. And he's going to be able to knock us out, but we still do a lot of damage to Abomasnow. Bringing in Charizard, basically already knocked it out though. I'm going to switch immediately to my Togetic. Now my Togetic actually has Hidden Power Ice, so really good for this cup in my opinion, because I don't think many people are really going to be expecting Hidden Power Ice if you happen to have it. I do have Ancient Power on my Togetic as well, doing a lot of damage, so a really fantastic counter to Altaria, because Altaria can be really threatening. So we're going to get off Nature Power, knock out that Abomasnow, so we're actually going to be able to take out his team with Togetic. So he probably didn't know what to expect, just because you don't really know what to expect when it comes to Togetic, you know. So really fun game. Yeah, I had a lot of fun using that Togetic. I've used it a couple battles in this video, and I do want to test it out again. So beginning with Steelix again, I think I just went in with the same team, and he begins with Raichu. Now Raichu cannot do anything to Steelix. Well, actually I take that back, because it does get Brick Break, so I did go ahead and block that Brick Break, so it actually can do something, but it's not really a good option against Steelix, because Steelix is just going to chip away at its health until it gets Brick Break charged up. But yeah, still not doing a lot actually, so a really big tank in that Steelix, you know, not doing a whole lot. You know, we took 2 Brick Breaks with ease, so yeah, getting off that Crunch. He's going to go ahead and block that, and he gets off another Brick Break, almost knocking us out. So we're actually going to be able to finish him off before he finishes us off. That's how fast we resist, or how well we resist electric moves. Bringing in that Togetic again, he brings in his Altaria. Now Altaria cannot do a whole lot to Togetic. That Sky Attack doing a good amount of damage, but that's okay. Getting off Ancient Power, able to knock out Altaria, so really fun using Togetic. I'm having a really good time. I'm definitely going to use Togekiss as well, because I feel like that's a really good option with Flamethrower, because it's quite a bulky Pokemon, and Flamethrower is a really good move on that. So I definitely do want to purchase a secondary move on Togekiss and use Flamethrower and see how it works. But anyway, bring in my Charizard. He has his Steelix going, and you know, Charizard, I don't want to say it completely shuts down Steelix, because Steelix is a really bulky Pokemon, but it does really well against it, Charizard obviously. But this match, bringing in Sealeo. Now keep in mind my Sealeo is only about like 1330 CP, I believe. I didn't power it up. I do have Body Slam on this. Body Slam charges so incredibly fast, so such a good move. I also have I don't have what am I trying to say? I have the Ice move as a fast move. I don't have Water Gun, and I do want to try out Water Gun on Sealeo, so see which one is better, but I definitely do want a Water Gun option on my team, because Water Gun is really good, so definitely do want to try that out on Sealeo. I believe it gets Icy Wind. Is that the fast move for Sealeo? I'm drawing a blank, guys. But anyway, he knocks out my Sealeo with a Bomb, so bringing that Charizard, he's going to pull a switch into Steelix immediately. Not the greatest switch in the world, but again, you really have to pull out that Abomasnow, so he had no choice but to switch into Steelix, because Steelix can handle Charizard better than Abomasnow can, obviously. So it was a good switch on his end. He had to do it, but not one that you really want to switch into. But anyway, Charizard's able to decimate his team, or destroy his team, I should say. But anyway, that is a really good match for us, a really good match. So we're going to go ahead and jump into yet another game, beginning with Sealeo again. Want to use Sealeo, and as I was saying, Water Gun would have been better for Sealeo in this battle. Of course, Body Slam's not going to do anything at all to that Steelix, you know, but I do stay in, because you guys know I do not like switching. You know, I decided to pull the switch. I was hesitating at first. He gets off that Crunch. He's going to pull the switch. I'm actually really surprised he pulled that switch. I don't really know why he did. I guess because he has Alolan Ninetales and it's super effective. But again, I wasn't doing much to Steelix, so I guess that actually wasn't a bad switch. So I don't know what I was saying, guys. It was actually a pretty good switch on his end. But Sky Attack gonna do a good amount of damage, because Alolan Ninetales is not a bulky Pokemon. I bring in my Alolan Graveler. He gets off Psyshock, which is what I was predicting, so I allow that to go through. And he's gonna bring in his Steelix. I gotta pull the switch immediately, get off my Body Slam right away. and he's going to switch again into Altaria. This is actually the questionable switch that I was talking about. I don't know why he did that because I wasn't doing a lot to him. But anyway, I bring in my Alolan Graveler this time, and he gets off Sky Attack. I'm going to go ahead and block that. We get off Rock Blast. He's going to go ahead and block that. Unfortunately, that would have knocked him out. I mean, of course, he should have blocked it, but we knock him out anyway. But we're very low on health, and he brings in his Steelix, and we just don't have enough firepower to be able to knock out Steelix. He's going to take the win. I don't think I really necessarily made any bad plays in that game. It was just nothing really much I could do. He walled me with Steelix for the most part, and Altaria did a lot of damage. So really good match on his part. So really good match. I'm beginning with Articuno, just using it for fun. I don't really think Articuno is that good for this cup, but if you got it like out of the research breakthroughs or whatnot, it's fun Pokemon to use, I guess. I do get off that Ice Beam. I decide to just stay in with my Articuno, even though he has the upper hand, because I am also part flying, so his ice moves are going to do a lot of damage, or at least more damage to me than I'm doing to him. But he gets off Psyshock and knocks out Articuno, so yeah, not really in a good position. He actually gets off Ice Beam. I was kind of expecting Psyshock, so I didn't block it. But yeah, he's in a really good position, and at this point I was basically thinking that, okay, I'm going to lose this match. I mean, there's nothing I could do. I'm down to my last Pokemon. I bring in my Altaria, so I was basically giving up at this point. I was still playing, the match out, but I really wasn't focusing on trying to win because I didn't think I would have won, or I didn't think I was going to win, but he uses his last shield. I'm going to use my last shield and go ahead and block that crunch. And he gets off his crunch, not doing a lot of damage to me. I get off Sky Attack, and we're going to be able to knock out this Steelix, and he brings in his last Pokemon, which is a Abomasnow, and if I could get off that Sky Attack, I would win, and we do get off that Sky Attack, and we do win. So, guys, it just goes to show you, even if you think you're going to lose, even if it doesn't look good for you, still play as best as you can, because there's always room for comeback. You could always make a comeback, just like I did right there, and I was basically giving up. I wasn't forfeiting anything, I was still playing it out, but I didn't think I was going to win, and I really wasn't focusing on trying to win, and I won. So you could come back even if things don't look good for you, basically. So that's the moral of the story there for you. But anyway, bringing in my Charizard right now, he's going to bring in his Alolan Graveler, and I'm going to have to pull the switch ASAP because Charizard cannot stay in to Alolan Graveler. That rock move is going to completely destroy it. But we do get off the Sky Attack. Now, Alolan Graveler is also good against Altaria, but he was really weak, so we do go ahead and knock his Alolan Graveler out. We're going to go ahead, pull up that Sky Attack. He's going to, of course, have to block it. He has no choice to block it because, but he's going to knock out Altaria. We bring in Charizard. I'm going to go ahead and block this Dragon Pulse, and we're going to be able to get off a Dragon Claw, and we're going to be able to take the win. So we do go ahead and win that game. Thanks a lot to Charizard. Charizard, I know I use it a lot in this cup, but it's just, to me, it feels like a Pokemon that you don't have to bring it. I'm going to be trying more of a variety of Pokemon, but it's just such a good Pokemon in my opinion. Anyway, he begins with Steelix. I switch into my Swampert because I knew that Surf charges incredibly fast. I'm going to be using Lapras more with Surf. I want to try out Lapras with Surf. I only used it like a couple times, I believe, so far. But anyway, get off that Surf against Golbat. I'm going to be able to charge up yet another Surf, and he is going to not block that, doing a good amount of damage to Golbat. Nothing crazy, but it was a decent amount of damage. He knocks out my Pokemon. I bring in Glalie, another Pokemon I actually really enjoy using. It does charge up fast. I'm going to go ahead and block the Shadow Ball because I knew I would be able to knock out Golbat. He brings in his Steelix, and I do get off the Avalanche, which would have been neutral to Steelix, and in turn knocking it out. We do get off another Avalanche, and that's going to knock out Steelix. He brings in his Sandslash, and yeah, Avalanche is just going to go to town on that Sandslash, and it's going to be able to knock it out. So we do go ahead and pick up that game. So hey, that's another good game, and we're going to go ahead and jump into the final game of this video. And it's going to be my Altaria versus his Steelix. Steelix is a complete wall, guys. It's such a good Pokemon, even against Charizard. Like, it's obviously it's not a great match against Charizard. You don't want to have it against a Charizard, right? But it's still it still does okay against the Charizard. It could still survive a little bit and dish out good damage, just because of how tanky it is, right? But we do get off another Surf with Swampert, and we're going to be able to knock out that Steelix. So we're both down 1 shield. He brings in his Altaria. I do get off a Surf. I know he wouldn't block this because Surf is not going to do much to an Altaria at all. Altaria is another tanky Pokemon, and a Pokemon I would totally recommend for this particular cup. Even with the ice threat, it's still a good Pokemon. It's still really tanky. We bring in Glalie. Gonna go ahead, get off that Avalanche. He's going to go ahead and block it because he had a move charged up, which is going to be Sky Attack. Gonna do a good amount of damage. I couldn't block it because I didn't have any shields left. And he brings in his Sand Slash, knocking out my Glalie, but I do have my Altaria, and Altaria will Sand Slash quite nicely. Bulldoze not doing anything to it, so we're going to be able to get off this Sky Attack, and we're going to take the win. Yeah, and that's going to be it for this video, guys. I will see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye. Thank you so much for watching my latest video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, click on one of the links to check out another one of my videos that you'll probably enjoy.